Lucas and Jacob traveled 2 weeks on a boat to get to Venice, Italy.
On each other comes the girl I wish I knew. On an alien rover.
It was a long ride, but it was worth it for these two men because it has been a lifelong dream of theirs.
Oh, yeah, blue. The density blue.
Ah, their first time on the Venice canals in Italy.
Venice, Italy, these boys are in.
Oh, song. Let me sing forevermore.
We just got off the actual gondolas in Venice, Italy, and it's just as good as you'd imagine.
Yes, I just can't believe that actually just happened. I still am in shock.
Something that's crazy is that they even speak English. You would think they would speak Italian, but they spoke English.
Everyone knows English. That's what's good about being an American.
We've only been in Venice, Italy for like 10 minutes, but now we're seeing St. Mark's Bell Tower, such an iconic landmark, and then the Rialto Bridge. I've always wanted to see this bridge in real life. It's just as beautiful as you'd picture.
Are you gonna say you're kidding? I just don't think you should keep lying to the viewers because they actually believe everything you say. They're gonna think this is actually Italy. And it isn't.
What? We are in Italy right now.
No, we're not in Italy. This is Vegas.
This is not Venice, Italy. Even though it looks like we are in Venice, Italy right now, we're actually in Las Vegas, Nevada.
They deserve to know the truth.
So I was planning on lying throughout the whole video, but the new plan is to show you guys that you don't need to travel to visit the world. You can actually just go to Vegas and go to Venice, Italy. Me and Lucas would have to fly like 13 hours to get to Venice, Italy. But with this hotel, we only need to fly like 3 hours and boom, we're in another continent, another country.
And this is the same thing. They do all the replicas and everything, so what are we really missing out on?
People are starting to say that these replicas are so good, they're gonna make this the actual Venice, Italy, and Venice, Italy is now gonna become a fake themed area.
I just have read that a lot of Italian experts think that this is more Italian than actual Italy.
There's this giant chandelier.
And there's like some Italian man in the corner behind it.
Hey, my name is Brandon. Wanna hang tonight?
Isn't the floor kind of hypnotizing even?
Yeah, I'm definitely in a trance right now from looking at it. And now you guys are too from looking at this footage.
You're hypnotized. Subscribe now.
We just did witchery on you. Now you're subscribed.
Some woman is getting crowned by an angel. There's like a naked man next to her tending to her needs. Like everybody is just like looking at her like, oh my God, she's the queen. Like,
I just wish that was me in this lifetime.
it's just crazy because like everybody's doing everything for her, but she doesn't look that happy about it. She's kind of just like, duh. Couldn't you see that being a self-help book? The queen mindset. Gratitude is over.
Don't be thankful for anything because you deserve it.
Yeah.
It's such a nice day out. It's a clear blue sky. It just is so nice being in nature and experiencing the fresh air, the breeze on my face. This is St. Mark's Square in Venice, Italy.
It's a replica in Vegas.
There's a bunch of buildings where you'd picture there to be apartments or boutiques or something, but they're actually just all empty and it's all an illusion.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
You know what the doctor says, 5 minutes of nature a day will cure all of your mental illnesses.
Let that sunlight hit your eyeballs. Honestly though, for some reason we all did have to live in space and they just had fake skies like this. I feel like I would be kind of okay with it after like 2 days. Like it's pretty.
Kind of look like an actual sky, but the thing that gives it away is that there's these like little circles throughout the sky. I don't know if that's like ventilation or something. That to me is like, oh, I did think we were outside, but then I see those and I'm like, oh, we actually are inside of a casino hotel in Las Vegas. Sometimes during the winter when it's so cold and dreary outside, I think the sunlight and the blue skies give me energy. And I think being in this gives me energy because I fall into the trap of like, well, outside.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. For like a millisecond, I thought I saw a cloud moving. Like, I'm actually going insane, I think.
It's going delusional,
I think I'm developing psychosis in here.
It feels like we're going to church right now with all this scenery, which is kind of the opposite of Las Vegas to me.
It's like the Sistine Chapel, is that what this is supposed to be?
This is a famous water fountain behind me. I'm just gonna assume it's famous. Just got the keys to Venice.
18th floor.
What's gonna be followed after this clip is a time lapse to our room. Time lapse is over.
People love those.
I just don't believe this isn't Venice, Italy.
Trust me, I would know. This is Italy.
It feels like we're kind of in a cave, so I'm gonna open these windows.
Actually, there's a button right here. Want me to do it?
Oh. It's automatic. We have a view of the giant pool area, and the pool's open.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's always fun watching other people sunbathe. If you look right over there, that just further proves how everything in Vegas is an optical illusion. They're like building up that tower. They have like a blanket of a fake tower in front of the construction. I purposely got one of the rooms that isn't remodeled because I just wanted to be in a room that has been used. This is just a basic double queen or whatever room, but you get an entire living room. I always view this as kind of old school. Barely any hotels give you an entire living room with any suite nowadays.
And so every room in this hotel is a suite then, right?
I'm not like a travel agent, so I'm not completely sure, but I'm gonna say yeah.
Oh my God, this is very luxe. Oh, I was hoping those would like move, you know?
I guess this room, I'm assuming, probably is supposed to be themed after like traditional Venice, Italy. Whenever I see this theme with all this wood and just everything about it, it reminds me of this lawyer that's above the age of 50, and he gained most of his wealth from like doing shady shit.
That does encapsulate the energy, and I really like the vibe, like even this table. Oh, the tassels. I feel like I'm meant to live in South Beach, Miami because I just feel like this is me. This is my style. I know this isn't South Beach, Miami. This is supposed to be Venice, so. Like even this backboard thing, the gold. I feel so at home here.
Even though we both do have a bed, I actually signed this room up for this new app where you can rent half the bed. So I think I'm gonna try to make money tonight by renting the other half of both of our beds.
So I'll have to be sleeping with a stranger?
If someone buys it, I only put it on the website for $20, so it just depends.
It's just someone like bathing, I think? Is that what's going on?
I think in the first photo, they're grazing their hand upon their ass, huddled over.
Washing their head. I did notice that if you turn off these lights, you can see water stains on the gold. So let's leave the lights on because it looks more glamorous. Yeah, you find out that people pissed on there or squirted. I don't know what happened. Doesn't something about this hotel reminds me of like a fancy hotel in New York or something? Like that bitch's name, Eloise? Eloise in the plaza?
Yeah, that's what this reminds
Yeah, this specifically this closet. If you show the handles, those handles are giving her. Then again, I've never even read her the books. So the bathroom opens to double doors, which is kind of elegant.
Okay.
Again, that's giving me South Beach, which I'm now connecting. Gianni Versace is from Italy. He lived in South Beach. It's all making sense now.
Okay,
See, is this not Versace?
Yeah, immediately I'm looking at this lion towel holder. That's cool.
A TV in the bathroom.
That's how you can tell it hasn't been renovated. This situation has happened dozens of times. Wife is in the bathtub watching movies.
Maybe a Julia Roberts flick.
While the hubby is in the bed
watching golf.
Yeah, that's what I aspire my marriage to be like in the future.
What is going on, Jacob? Are there monkeys in the wall? That actually was a monkey step. That wasn't a human step.
You can hear so much stuff in this hotel room. Of course, I'm always a fan of when the toilet is separated from the rest of the bathroom. So like you can just do what you do on the toilet without, it's just really private, which I like.
Like I feel like when you are shitting, it shouldn't be in the same room technically as where you're washing. There should be a door separating the two.
That is chapter 1 of Lucas and Jacob, housing design.
There's a vanity.
Okay, now I think this is the under the room tour because Lucas is staring at himself and I'm staring at the camera looking at Lucas stare at himself, and that's usually how these things end. I simply wanted a refreshment So I looked at the mini bar menu in the room, and I saw that a Diet Coke would cost $10, just a simple can of it. And I was thinking, that's highway robbery, Mama and Pop.
Okay, it's time to overthrow the Italian government, is what I'm thinking.
Went down to the ground level, and you can get a Diet Coke for $5, and it's in a bottle.
POV, you're kidnapped in our house, and we just keep looking down at you with literally no empathy.
We both got Aperol Spritzes because we are in Venice, Italy, and isn't this kind of like the drink of Italy, like an Aperol Spritz?
I actually didn't know that, if I'm being honest, but I do know it's very trendy in recent years to have an Aperol Spritz. If you have a business trip coming up, order one of these and you'll probably be the new trendy hot girl at the office.
Lucas actually asked the bartender what's in one because both of us didn't know, and it's Aperol, Prosecco, and soda water. And like a little slice of orange.
Yes.
Wait, I just was thinking, oh my gosh, it sucks that we're inside, but then I just realized there's a circle of the sky right above us. Oh. Yes, there is this food place called Lobster Me right beside me, but I'm having visions of like sandy beaches. Just like a lot of Italy type visions.
Olive Garden, Noodles and Company.
I was just wondering, why do I feel like I'm in a game of Mario? And then I realized that Mario and Luigi are Italian.
Italiano. Is that offensive?
I don't know. Do you know what Venetian even means?
If I'm being honest, I didn't know what it meant originally, but Jacob already told me off camera that it means a Venice person.
When we were first thinking about staying at this hotel, me and Lucas were both like, oh, they made a whole hotel based on Venice Beach in California. But then we realized, oh, there's actually a city called Venice in Italy. Oh, and I thought Venice Beach was the only thing, but.
And I actually always was so jealous of Italians because on Jersey Shore they said Sunday night dinner. And they'd always just say, if you're Italian, Sunday night dinner.
It's so good.
They just never really got that deep into it, but it was just the vibe of, like, the whole vibe was, it is amazing. And then I think it's kind of also a stereotype that Italian moms are really like overbearing with their sons. Cause like Vinny's mom was always treating him like a little princess and like kind of pampering him. I think that's kind of a little like stereotype that like Italians joke about.
I don't know if we should get into stereotypes in this video.
I just listen to some podcasts of Italian people and they always joke about that, but I don't know if I'm allowed to joke about it since I'm not Italian. So I just cut this out of the video.
Stereotypes are not true, Lucas. Just for a little information, if anyone's curious, the Venetian actually wasn't going to be themed, but then the guy who like made the hotel, his wife was like, why not theme it after Venice, Italy? Because they just went on a honeymoon or something to Venice, Italy, and now it's themed after Venice, Italy. And I also read that they actually had like people go to Venice, Italy, and like they tried to make it accurate. But I think there's drama because someone that's like a Venice, Italy, like a native person to Venice, Italy that's like high up, I think they said like it's nothing like Venice, Italy, which honestly makes sense.
I mean, this is a casino.
We just had to go to the gym because who else can say they worked out in Venice, Italy? I need to have that off my bucket list.
Yeah, nobody can say that. Besides us now.
We wanted to go to the pool, but it turns out it closes at 5 p.m. and we're too late. It seems like everyone's against us in Venice, Italy. We have actually been fooled by Vegas because me and Lucas went back to the room and we're both genuinely surprised that it is dark out. I, for some reason, thought it was still gonna be bright out, but I guess it is like, I don't know, 6 or whatever, so.
What the heck?
It was time for another Italian drink because we are in Venice, Italy.
We decided to stumble into Rosina's Cocktail Lounge in the Palazzo, which is actually a neighboring hotel, but it's owned by the same company.
I Googled Italian drinks and I saw that a Negroni is an Italian drink, so we both ordered that.
Gin, vermouth, and Campari.
So just a bunch of gross stuff.
This is my last sip, and Jacob's gonna drink the rest. That was my initial reaction. I thought, I am not drinking this. I would never order this drink ever again.
If you want to know what it tastes like, it basically tastes like if you went to Walmart and got a bunch of the Equate rubbing alcohol wipes and wringed each one out until it filled up a glass. That's what we drank.
But yeah, I don't know how many shots they put in that, but I think it was the $25 well spent.
I mean, it wasn't worth it, but it was worth it if you already consider everything in Vegas is overpriced.
Yeah, I feel like when you're in Vegas, you're in a different state of mind where everything is a waste of money, but that's the whole point. I mean, literally most of the city is people sitting in front of screens clicking a button where each time they click it, it takes away their bank account, but they're enjoying it.
Now we're back at the Venetian, and I immediately got so excited because they actually turn the sky into nighttime at night.
Oh my gosh, it actually reflects the outside. There's no point of going outside.
I want to live here. How do I sign up for a timeshare at the Venetian?
They have presentations in the lobby.
And I'm joking, I don't want a timeshare.
Might as well. I don't want to leave.
Do you know how to say dinner in Italian? It's dinner time, so we wanted to eat at one of the places in the St. Mark's Square, the replica of it. There's this Italian restaurant called Canaletto Restaurante. There was one point where I heard birds chirping, and I think they have soundtracks going of nature.
Because if an actual bird got in there, they'd shoot it, right?
I'm guessing. They gave us some bread with some olive oil and
vinegar?
Yeah. So I had some of that. Did you enjoy the scenery of me eating?
Yeah, it was fun watching you dip it into the oil and vinegar and kind of just seeing it mix, but not fully mix. They're always separate.
We got margarita pizza as like an appetizer. I guess they weren't technically appetizers, but we decided to do that.
In America, pizza's an appetizer. It's not an entree. First of all, when they sat it down at the table, I could just smell the classic margarita pizza scent, and I was so excited. It lived up to the expectations I had. It was just really good.
Okay, so I had a few slices of that. I was like, I'm done with this Italian food. I want to be more specific and have a Venice, Italy type food. I don't want to just have Italian food. I want to have a Venetian dish. So I did some Googling, and I'm pretty sure this is Venetian. Linguine alla Buranella. What I found out from the interwebs is that a lot of authentic Venetian dishes have seafood. This one had like clams, mussels, shrimp. I think there was some other seafood in there too. Usually I'm too close-minded to like a seafood pasta, but thankfully tonight I actually opened my eyes and found out that I can enjoy the seafood pasta.
I had a couple clams and mussels off your plate. They were tasty. They just were so spongy. Like the mussel, it was just like, it tasted like you were biting into brains.
My entire dish had the texture of brains.
I got the pollo allo spiro. It was a lot bigger than I expected. I was picturing a little cute thing of chicken, but like, I feel like I was eating half the chicken. And it had some broccolini, some potatoes, and some carrots that were really hard. And then I'd bite into them, and I was so excited because I remember hearing that when you bite into food, you develop a jawline. Oil or something around the plate that I just would swish it around in, and I enjoyed it. And it was kind of like a maze, ripping the chicken off the bone.
Anyways, they handed us a dessert menu, and we said, no, we don't want anything. So we paid the bill, we left our mat, and now we're back in the room.
I just feel so relaxed now, almost too relaxed. After getting drunk and then eating, now I just feel like in this weird state.
I don't know what about it, but I actually kind of feel like I took sleeping pills. I wish someone had a hospital bed to wheel me around the entire resort.
I know, I don't want to just sit in this room. I want to be wheeled around on a bed, a hospital bed.
Do you think they'd do that if we called down? Because this is a 5-star hotel. Like, is that an amenity, like being wheeled around in a gurney hospital bed? While we were walking through the hotel lobby, someone was trying to sell us something, and they told us, you guys don't look like you're partying enough. Maybe I can help you party. And that made both of us very insecure.
I thought I was having fun, but I guess I wasn't having enough fun according to him. I didn't realize that my lack of fun, that I didn't even know I wasn't having enough of, was showing to other people.
We didn't want to drink any more alcohol. And it seems like all Vegas is about alcohol, so we're just gonna pour water into into a wine glass and act like it's wine.
We're in Sin City, so we got Sin.
Cheers.
Cheers to the freaking Sunday.
We thought we might as well look at the dining menu and plan breakfast for tomorrow. When I was opening the room service menu, I was kind of grossed out being like, I'm not even gonna get room service here because I was just looking around and I was like, everything looks so old. So then I was picturing the kitchen to be all dusty and stuff and I actually grossed myself out.
So funny, you're acting like it's like the 1920s or something this was built. Just the early 2000s. It might be before you were born, but it isn't that old.
But then I saw that this whole room service menu is made by that man, and you might be thinking, who's that man? Why does he model? He's a chef that was born in France. He created all this, so now I have to get room service and I'm not grossed out anymore.
Why isn't he a Venetian?
Oh.
I feel like I've never seen a room service menu though where they shout out the chef. Like a chef curated all this.
We don't even have to set an alarm tomorrow morning because they're just gonna wake up with our food. Room service, good morning! That's what happened like 5 minutes ago. He was very energetic and got us ready for the morning. The guy that handed us our breakfast. Breakfast and bread. The Venetian Las Vegas. We're actually eating on a table, but I like the fantasy. I got like a coconut chia oatmeal, and it looks pretty loaded.
I got a 3-egg omelet. You could pick some toppings in it. You actually can only pick 3 toppings in it. So I got bacon, ham, and tomatoes. This omelet looks so fancy though.
I know, it does kind of look like a robot made it.
And then there was a side included and I got a side of fruit. But they also gave me hash browns, which I wasn't aware of.
I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away.
I don't know where my home is. Okay, I know someone's gonna be so grossed out, but I'm putting ketchup on my eggs. Weird food combinations video. Whoa. That chef you took a photo of last night really is. He clocked into work today and is putting it down.
Yours is more of a whoa, mine is more of a
Okay, I was telling Jacob that last night I thought I heard someone knock on our door, but I think they were just knocking on someone next to us, their door. But I was scared it was someone checking to see if anyone was in this room so they could then use that creepy tool to break into our room.
We could hear so many noises at night, so I don't know if the walls are super thin or if like it's Vegas and everyone's just so loud. I don't know like what's the reason, but we could hear so much stuff. Oh, sorry. I don't know if these are Italian breakfasts. I guess even though we traveled all the way across the world, we still are eating American breakfast. We were just munching, but if you listen, I mean, you probably can't even hear it, but you can hear the St. Mark's bell tower going off.
I mean, it's in Venice, Italy right now. It's probably going off. It'd be on the hour, at some hour there.
Yeah. That was a great first shower in Venice, Italy, and it even made me happier that the shower products were made in Italy. So it's very authentic. While I was showering, I started to smell cigarettes. But I guess we are in a Vegas casino, so. My whole life, I've wanted to go to Venice, Italy, but for the past 24 hours, we've come to the realization that we don't need to go to Venice, Italy. The Venetian in Las Vegas is enough for us.
That's what's sad about accomplishing a dream, because it's like a whole part of your life died, because now it's accomplished, you know? It wasn't as Jersey Shore-ish as I was hoping, but it wasn't at all. It was still cool.
Adios.
Adios.
Is that Italian?
I'm assuming it's similar.